Oh, specifically it says her dumb cat died.
Yeah, this guy sounds like one of those. You know what? Like this, like
Shouldn't have said that.
You know what?
He's not getting any sympathy from the comment section from that.
This guy sounds like an asshole.
He does now.
And what his definition of ghosting is this chick fleeing for her fucking life and not dealing with this shit. Her dumb cat died. Okay, who's real dumb here? Keep looking at that fucking unread message. Go ahead.
So this guy's already struck out twice by saying excuses, using excuses in here, and saying dumb cat.
Let's preface this that his solution was to go slander this jail-bound chick on the internet. Like, I don't even.
Criteria for me for a date. I was like, large bill, check. Nice place to eat, check.
Bar flowers?
Oh, their subject! Stacey, is there a question here exactly? Or is she just on here making sure that people know about her whereabouts because this guy's a fucking psycho? What is the question?
So, this totally passed me when this happened. Well, whenever the Colorado shooting, I don't know if you could look at it in the laptop or on your phone, but remember the Colorado shooting?
Yeah.
So, not funny, but there was an instance apparently that happened that I caught on to later in the news. I think I listened to it about a month ago because it was like a rerun of the news back then. Okay. So there's this guy that he went to a late showing because it was a late showing when he shot up at it. It was like a midnight showing. And when the movie started, that's when the shooting started to happen. But this guy was with his girlfriend and his 4-month-year-old and his 4-year-old. So he had a 4-year-old and a 4-month-year-old, right?
At a movie theater?
At a movie theater, but it was a midnight showing, right? First of all, why would you do that? You know, you're bringing your kids to I don't know, some people do that, but I guess if your kid starts crying, you take him out, but you're probably expecting him to sleep the whole way through it, right?
In theory.
Yeah. So the shooting happens, and they all duck down in the back because they're up in like the higher tier level, like the balcony. And when they were up there and the shooting happened, they're ducked down. The guy had his 4-month-year-old in his hands and like dropped him in the front seat, like in front of him, and like ducked down. He's like, oh shit, it was like smoke everywhere. I couldn't find my kid. And then he was like, well shit, I don't know what to do. So he jumps over the balcony, you know, where the exit is, and then runs out, leaving behind his 4-month-year-old, his 4-year-old, and his girlfriend. And he gets to his car, and then he starts driving around, and then he calls the police, which thousands of people have already called by then. But it's crazy. It's a sad story, but it's a weird thing to think about because the guy left everyone behind to save himself. And I heard it discussed that, you know, most guys would probably, if it was just a girlfriend, depending on how long they're together, it's like, she's collateral and just leave her. But the babies is like, those are your kids. You know, you put those kids out. How do you just leave them behind? So he left them behind and then just ran, got in the car, and then drove around calling her phone. And it's like, why are you going to call her phone? If she's hiding, you're blowing up her spot with the cell phone. And you're fucking calling.
I don't know if I should laugh or not. Like, I can't.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to talk about.
Yeah, I don't.
But at the same time, it's like, it's a weird thing to think, because I guess I'm wondering, the caveat to that was when they were at the hospital, he asked her to marry him.
What? Sorry.
Right? So the whole story was just like, how do you do that?
Did she say yes?
She said yes. However, this has happened a long time ago. I don't know if they actually went through with it. Oh, and it also gets better. A black teenager ran into the theater and helped her get out. And she basically almost was like saved them. You know, so he did nothing but get out of there, save himself, and then call the cops.
This was in 2012.
2012. And then she called him on his phone and said, hey, everything's fine. I got all the kids. So they survived, and she brought all the kids out with them. But I'm like...
And the dude that came in and saved her.
Yeah. So how do you ask someone... There's so many things going on there.
I only have really one thing to say. If he asked and she said yes, they deserve each other. Bye.
Try not to slam that down like
I can't.
I know.
I don't
But
know.
it's,
I don't know what to say about that. That's the most ridiculous thing on so many levels. And I'll even give the whole like, oh, you don't know unless you've been in that situation kind of thing, right? But I mean, I have a child, and the idea of leaving my child behind.
it's preposterous.
Yeah, even if they were with my husband, unless that was the plan. Like, my husband and I have discussed,
or drive the car through the building and like save everybody.
Yeah, like we've discussed, like, you know, somebody breaks into the house. What is my role in that? What is your role in that?
Sure.
But I don't know that they ever discuss, like, hey, if we're at a midnight showing of fucking Aquaman, and this place gets blown up. Yeah, I don't know if that was ever like I mean, that's kind of some like real in-depth doomsday prepper kind of shit. But
is it really though? Shit like this is becoming more frequent.
I guess you're right. Yeah, you're right. But I don't know. But the whole. I mean, ask her to marry him in the.
That was like, how do you get to that point? You know, like so much things have happened, and my theory was like, I think that he asked her to marry him because he was so embarrassed by what he did.
Maybe.
And he wanted to feel like, I think she might leave me. Let's try to do this to make sure I can seal the deal here.
I mean, yeah, or you could go on the romantic side of it and say he, you know, realized what he had because he felt he almost lost her. I mean,
exactly.
Who the hell knows? But
Right.
the reality is, I have a better question is, I want to know who the reporter was.
Oh, there was a lot of, he was dumb enough, and I say dumb because I wouldn't be talking to this many reporters. He had been interviewed like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, and not one of those people was like, you sound like a moron. Please shut up. Like, edit anything. Like, nobody thought that they should, like, honestly, after the first interview, he should have just automatically got, like, a government-appointed PR person. Like, how do you keep talking?
Just never show his face.
Yeah, just stop talking. Let me check with my lawyer kind of thing, because, yeah, I don't know, but
it's baffling to me because I just don't understand. First of all, interviewing that many times with that many news people, and then, God.
And who would want to tell that story? Like, who in their right mind? Like, unless I jumped off the balcony and throat punched the shooter in the neck, do I want to talk to anybody?
Right.
What do I want to?
I don't know.
And I don't think you brought up the reason they were in the hospital is because she was shot in the leg.
She got shot in the leg.
Hobbled out with the 2 kids and homeboy.
Yeah. She actually put herself in the way of a shot to shield her daughter, her 4-month-old.
God, I didn't even know about that.
That's why they were in the hospital.
For every shot I took, he would have taken 2 more. For every bullet that I had to take because he left, I would have to times that, and then that would be what I returned.
Yikes.
There's no way. No way.
I was listening to people comment on it, and some of the things that were said were like, can you imagine if they got into an argument from this point on? You'd be like, you remember when you left me in that theater?
The fact that that's even a possibility.
Yeah.
To always have the trump card because you pussed out and ran out. Like, no, that's insane.
I mean, I like to think that, if I had a kid, I would, definitely not jump out of the way and save myself. So it's hard to really think. I don't know. Is it different when people are not married? I don't, because it's really it's his blood attachment with the kid, right?
If it's his blood, it doesn't really matter. Because okay, fine, don't jump in the front of the bullet for baby mama, whatever.
Right.
But it's your children.
Yeah.
Unless those aren't his children.
No, they're his.
Okay, then. So, but even still, like
if he would have grabbed at least one of them.
He dropped one. Also, he dropped one. Oh, but let's talk about this. How did he drop a kid? How did he have that inability to hold a child, but parkour over the side of a balcony and get out and find his car and drive around? Like, how is that even a possibility?
I don't know.
And in the report, he says that he doesn't remember exactly what happened, but he thinks that he laid him down or set him down.
Oh my God. Yeah.
None of this sounds good.
It doesn't.
I was just going to say the other thing is it doesn't seem like it was a plan because the girlfriend said that while she was protecting the daughter, the older one, she said that she remembers thinking, I'll do this because my man has the other kid with him.
So when did they realize that the 4-month-old was rolling on the floor with Mike and Ike some popcorn?
I think like a superwoman, she's I'm imagining she's blocking the one child from the bullet and then grabbing the other child in her hands while she's doing it. I don't know, but
Yeah.
See, and the sick side of my mind too, like, see, this is why I know I'm not okay. And it's okay that I'm not okay. Because and the sick part of my mind is like, I would, like, if all of a sudden I had a 4-month-old, like, in the little sling, and it's, like, finally asleep, and I'm, like, about to watch a movie, like, God knows, probably the first time I've showered since the kid was awake, and I'm outside the house, and you're gonna fuck this up with your stupid shooting? Like, no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come down there, I'm gonna kick you right in the junk, and I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna finish my movie. Because I paid to get in here.
Yes.
Don't wake my kid. No, I have nothing to say about this guy. I would love to know if there's like a follow-up interview or like...
With if they got married or not? Or what?
Or she took out an insurance policy on him. I mean, I don't know. I talked about that, remember?
I would like to see, where are they now?
I would love to know how the kids feel about it.
What if they got like their... Who are the people that like their own TLC special? Like,
oh, yeah.
God, can you imagine?
What would be the title of the show?
Yikes. Trying to think of something funny here. Something about black people leaving their kids behind.
Wait,
He should be black. No, he's a white guy.
They're both white.
Yeah,
What does it have to do
they're
with
both white. I don't
black
know.
people?
I was trying to fill something in there.
Leave it in the comments. Yeah, I don't know.
Shooter
know.
was white also, by the way.
And
Yeah.
he was white? Oh, because it's a white man's sport. I don't know.
White man's gig.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought I wanted to open up with that because
It's such a random
It's,
one, but I love it.
it's about 10 years too late. But I'm surprised I never heard about that before. That's wild. That's fucking wild.
Oh, so you just came across this
I
recently?
came across it recently.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I knew about the story. I knew about the shooting and everything.
Right, but not
I didn't
this
know about
particular
that
couple.
particular detail. And I can see why it's not, it's hidden because it's something, obviously, more important things like the people that died and stuff like that were more important.
Well,
And
yeah.
that's why the news.
Yeah,
was
not
talking about it.
the
They
guy
went
who...
on national television morning shows, too.
Yes,
after.
they did.
See, what...
He went on Piers Morgan and something else.
Who?
God.
What woman would be sitting there with her now grown child and the 2 children are hearing how about daddy abandoned? You want to talk about... You know what? Maybe they're just doing the TV shows because the amount of therapy these poor children are going to have to go to is going to be expensive. I don't know.
Yeah, they're just trying to get some money.
It's like show and tell day. Why is your dad here with you today? Well, back when I was 4.
I think if you were going to do that interview, they're paying you top dollar. Because that story is just so intense. You left your kids behind that everyone's going to want to interview. You're going to get top dollar for it.
Well, hold on a second. I mean, in light of the information we already presently have, this guy doesn't sound like a genius. I don't know if he's really gaming the system that way and getting top dollar for things. But
That's true.
I mean,
We don't know.
and there's context. Who knows? But
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I don't know. But I love that like her response was like, "Oh, I'll protect the older one because the younger one's with my dude." Psych. Think again.
You should see her in the interviews too. She just got this blank look in her eyes, and this guy's just telling the sad
With a ring on her
story.
finger?
Did she have a ring on her finger? I don't think you can see that. 'Cause she's holding the kids.
Oh, she'll never put those kids down. And God forbid she's never going to let them go anywhere with him alone.
Never. Yeah.
No.
Oh, God, no.
Could you imagine? Hey, honey, where are the kids? You went to the grocery store. Like, oh, shit. Got to go back to produce. Like, it's
Do you think that affects their marriage in the future?
100%. If it, okay,
You think they're
again,
still married?
Are they married? Do we know? Can you figure that out?
if it doesn't, like I said,
Jamie Roars is his name.
Yeah, no, I got it here.
then they deserve each other. Because, like, there's just a certain level of attraction and if that red flag wasn't big enough.
Right. She's probably posted on Reddit,
Oh, yeah. She's
My
probably one,
husband was in the theater. So Jamie Roars.
I, 27 female, don't know how to respond to my husband abandoning me in a theater shootout. 30 male. Like,
Do I have abandonment issues?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't even know. Speaking of.
You got something?
No.
Should we start?
No, I mean, speaking of the people who need us.
Yeah. So it sounds like the people are in dire need of our help.
Yeah, these are the people that are being broadcast. Yeah, I mean.
Yes. Why don't we take a quick break
Yep.
before we get into our first question?
Sounds good. Eyes leaky.
All right. We're back with CC, Tennessee. Mm-hmm. Let's jump into the first question. CC, you're up.
Okay. So, this question is from a male individual. We do not know the age. They are in a relationship with a female. Do not know the age. And their question is, my girlfriend ghosted me recently. What do I do? The relationship that they've been in, it has been a long and sounds like tenuous one. They have known each other since they were 15. Again, we don't know how old they are. But they've known each other since they were 15 in high school days. They now live long distance in separate states. They were talking online for 5 years. They've been in an actual relationship, according to this guy. They've been in a relationship for 2 of those 5 years, the most recent 2 years. And about a month ago, something happened, and she stopped all communication, blocked on social media. He's asking, I don't know what to do. And for a little bit more context, before we try to help this poor fellow, let's also dig into, this has happened once before in their relationship, when she has ghosted him before. And the previous reason for this ghosting was she had an unfortunate death in the family of her brother. And now, what has happened most recently in this most recent ghost is this lovely lady recently got arrested, and her poor cat died. And if we really needed to mention it, she also deals with, and this is not a laughing matter, but she does deal with mental issues as well.
What'd she get arrested for, does it say?
It does not say what she got arrested for, but this is the most interesting tidbit that I find out of this story, is that this male individual that we're trying to assist here, he got a text from this person right before the ghosting that said, around the time actually that she got arrested, he was the first person that she called when this wonderful lady got arrested. Called him right up. He came over, helped deal with it. Then he gets a text from her saying, sorry, I did something bad, but I got help. Now he hasn't heard from her for a month.
She killed the cat. That's why
She did something after she got arrested?
Don't know if it's related. Don't know if it's separate.
Because it said that he went to go help her when...
He was aware of the arrest, and he was the first person that she called.
And he doesn't want to mention what she got arrested for.
He did not say what she got arrested for.
Sounds like a DUI. Sounds like she was typing with her feet. Dropped her phone at the bottom of the patrol car. Started typing with her feet. Called him up like, hey, I need you to come get me. But yeah, that's a lot of bullshit to unpack. So they've known each other since they were 15.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And I don't know if they were previously in the same state, but now they're in different states. So this is a long distance relationship.
And they've been together for 2 years.
In the relationship itself, but they've been what they call talking for 5.
Back in them good old AOL days.
Is he talking for 3 years?
That's a great
question. Or is
question.
she talking? Or is she agreeing that they were talking? That doesn't make any sense to me. That's where I'm going to call bullshit, because when you're talking, that talking segment, it's only supposed to last for about like a month or so, I think.
It's an online relationship. What?
It's all talking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you say that you're talking to someone, we all know what that means.
The quote unquote talking.
So to be talking for 3 years, that's my first red flag. Knowing each other since they're 15.
We also don't know how old they are.
We
So
don't know
that
how
could be
old
saying
they are.
5 years.
So based on the math that you've given me so far,
they're like in their late 20s. Yeah, maybe early
20-ish
20s.
is what I'm thinking. Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, the emotional intelligence in this sounds real high.
Real high.
Real
I'm
high.
not even mentioning the spelling errors too.
This is probably early 20s.
Yeah, I mean, so she got arrested. Her cat died. I mean, this girl's life seems like
just falling down.
a walking Hallmark movie. And the title of this is Love from Afar. Like, I don't fucking know. Like,
that's gonna be the title of this episode. Love from Afar.
perfect. With I want the emoji with the little and then the little heartbreak emoji and a white dove flying away. That's what I want.
Shit.
No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you have a 5-year relationship, 3 years of which you're quote unquote talking. 2 years that all of a sudden now, you've changed your Facebook status, and that's probably it because you're long-term relationship or long-distance relationship, right? So what is she ghosted you because she switched her AOL bubble to away? I mean, what really? What?
And we don't really know how much time that she ghosted him the first time was. It could have been ghosted me for 2 weeks.
Precisely, and that's the other thing
She's
too.
grieving.
This guy is she ghosted me, but it was a reasonable reason because
Your brother died.
brother died. Okay, yeah, that's kind of reasonable. She's got some things to attend to.
Right.
Sorry, BRB.
And he specifically said after that we reconciled.
Oh, after the first.
Because her
ghost?
excuse was a good enough excuse, basically.
Excuse.
Which is
I don't even like the choice. I don't like his choice. I don't like his words.
Legit reason.
I don't like his words.
What else would you use in place of excuse?
Reasoning.
So excuse
Logical.
just sounds.
Excuse sounds like he's her excuse. Shut up, dude. You got a 5-year long distance relationship, 3 years of probably which was just, hey, what are you doing? Hey, how are you? How was your day? And
Right.
she finally was like, oh, fuck, it was good.
Yeah.
Cat's doing great. Till it wasn't. And he's mad about it. Sometimes. Yeah.
Sad for this.
Is this something for you that if your cat died recently, you'd go on some kind of rampage?
Okay, I will say something about
Because
this.
you keep bringing this cat thing up like it's
Well, because that seems to be a point of contention in this, because the cat died and they got arrested. We don't even know if the two are related.
Was a cat mentioned in this at all?
Yes.
Oh,
Her cat
shit, there
died
was a
is
cat.
one
Where
of
did
the
you
reasons.
think I pulled a cat from?
I don't know. I thought you were making that up.
Oh, just pulling from my own experience?
I even wrote that in my own notes. The reasons for the second ghosting was she has mental health issues is one of the things that comes into play, but the more pertinent items were she got arrested recently and sometime around there her cat died. Oh, specifically it says her dumb cat died.
Yeah, this guy sounds like one of those.
Oh.
You know what? Like this,
You shouldn't have said that.
You know what?
He's not getting any sympathy from the comment section from that.
This guy sounds like an asshole.
He does now.
And what his definition of ghosting is this chick fleeing for her fucking life and not dealing with this shit. Her dumb cat died. Okay, who's real dumb here? Keep looking at that fucking unread message. Go ahead.
So this guy's already struck out twice by saying excuses, using excuses in here, and saying dumb cat.
Let's preface this that his solution was to go slander this jail-bound chick on the internet. I don't even. Am I wrong?
Yeah. Well.
Choice of words. Choose diction carefully, everybody.
Very much so. I mean. Man.
I mean, who knows? Maybe this cat was given to her. You want to talk about? Remember how you like making up stories?
Yeah.
Let's say the cat was given to her as a kitten by her father, who tragically died in a car accident 2 days
Or
later.
brother.
Or her brother that actually did die.
Boom! There you go. And so now this cat has been all she's had left, connecting her to her brother. And then the cat dies being run over by a car, which is just sheer irony because brother died in a car accident. Get it? I mean, I'm going to sell this to Hallmark. I think it's going to be a good movie.
I think that what we should do, maybe in the future, when people leave context out, we make up our own story.
Oh, that's what I'm doing.
This sounds pretty.
Clearly
You do it all the
more
time.
Interesting. Yes.
We just need to know what crimes that she did. I'm guessing DUI is one.
Oh, well, hold on. No. If we're going to go with the story. So the cat gets run over the car. So she chases down the person. Because now I'm speaking from personal experience. She chases the person down in the vehicle.
Revenge.
Oh, what'd you call it? Crimes of passion?
Yep.
Yeah.
She also said she
think that's
did
gonna help
something
in court.
bad but got help. Maybe that was it.
Chase the person down, beat the fuck out of them, rub their nose in the dead cat like you do a bad dog, and then off to the loony bin she goes.
Shit.
That's what I'm going with. I'm going to go to sleep believing that's what happened.
Yeah, you're going to sleep soundly?
That's what she did. And you know what? I'm going to light a candle in her vigilance and just be like, yep, I get it.
Okay, so let's go to the help portion of this. What should this guy do? Should we...
He should stop talking to girls on the internet because it seems like they don't want to talk back. And then somebody should buy him a thesaurus so he can use better words. Use better words. Because if he keeps this shit up, he's just going to have dumb cats, and that's it.
Damn.
So if you were to write a comment, the first thing would say, use better words.
I would ask him for his address so I could send him a thesaurus and tell him that instead of being on the internet looking for people to talk to and then quote unquote date,
Okay.
that he should read up a little, learn to use better verbiage, and maybe the conversations would continue.
Sounds fair.
I think so.
Okay. I think that when people ghost you, it's kind of a hard thing because you have this established, and let's just assume that this guy.
Oh, we're going to play devil's advocate now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we got to do this. This is for the people.
Men unite. Go ahead.
Oh, Packers Unite again?
Yep. Doc.
No, I just think that if this guy was, I don't feel like he is, but if he was righteous in his thinking and his logic and the way that he's telling the story, something might have happened between them, and then she just started, not to say that, when you have a death in the family, obviously that's hard on people, but, when she started going down this road, it took a toll on him as well. So maybe whatever was going down with that relationship, when she started going down this path of destruction, was kind of bringing him down as well. And he still wants to be a part of this relationship, but now that she's ghosted him, what should he do? But it's like, I think the best thing for him to do is to try to work on getting her help, therapy, obviously, because the death of her brother, the death of their cat is probably weighing on her, and it's probably why she's going out committing crimes, right? Or whatever the fuck she's doing to get arrested.
She's not just running around Vons. She didn't go shoot up a theater.
Okay. But whatever she did, obviously, if you're getting arrested for it, right, you're not getting a ticket. So you're getting arrested for it. So whatever she's doing is a misdemeanor.
Just meant that whatever she was doing, she was committed.
Okay. So, but it sounds like she needs help. And I think that not focusing on the wanting to be with her in a romantic relationship is probably best, but more focusing on, hey, is there anything I can do to help you? If she does get in contact with him, but I don't think he should force trying to look her up and find her. If she ghosted him, there could be several reasons. She could be dead. She could be in prison.
God.
She could be, I don't know, not wanting to talk to him. But unless he really believes that she was needing help, he shouldn't go seek her out. He should just let that roll, and if she comes back, which you probably will, because this is something she's done in the past, so maybe she'll come back just to talk to him. But they should just have a friendship for now and work on, hey, let's make sure we get you help because it looks like you're on a path of destruction here.
I would completely agree with that if he used different words. But his choice of words...
You're so hung up on these words
because
that are never going to get past it.
No, it matters.
I agree with that, but I would go so far as to say that he should also look into therapy for why he's choosing to be in a relationship with people that are maybe unstable.
Well, they've known each other since they're 15, so...
Right. Oh, okay, when you still didn't know what, brand of underwear you like? What the fuck do you know at 15 years old?
But just to your point, right? Mm-hmm. You can have a relationship with that person and not be romantically involved.
Sure.
Anyways, do you want to hear what the peanut gallery had to say about this? I do want to see
the peanut gallery. Very important.
Okay.
These are the best answers from the peanut gallery. We're just going to call it that from now on.
The best answer was, I don't know if this is really an answer, but I did like it. Are you sure you're in a relationship?
Oof.
Is this a long distance someone you are talking to? And maybe she doesn't see it as a relationship.
God. What if they're still talking? And she never knew that they're in a relationship?
What if she thinks they're just friends?
I think that happens all of the time. I actually have a story about that.
We can go into that story.
Let's go into the story. Let's finish that question.
Oh, I was just going to say there's one more answer if you want me to read it.
Yeah, give me the second.
Which was almost equal, which was, my gut says the thing that was bad that she did was that she cheated and she feels guilty about it, so she doesn't want to interact with you right now.
Why is that not a viable?
I did a bad thing and I'm getting help. Is it getting help getting a towel to clean herself? What the fuck? How does that even relate?
It doesn't sound like that to me, but
That's just some mad dude that's like, oh, fuck women. Like, no, I'm so fucking.
I definitely agree with the fact that they could not even be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your personal story?
Because you boys do that.
Oh, what do we do?
You do that. You piss on me like I'm some red oak in the forest. Like all of a sudden we're in a relationship. We're like literally in a group of people.
You told that on one of the stories that you had.
Yeah,
when
we
you were at the
went
bar
out
with
with
one
a
guy.
group of people. The guy who drove the car, like he opened the front door, the passenger front for me, and I was like, all right, thanks, cool, like chauffeuring me, whatever. We never had any kind of relationship-driven conversation. Barely knew the guy, barely. Went out to a bar, and there was dancing. There was actually line dancing.
Nice.
And there was a guy who asked if I wanted to line dance, and I said, sure, but I have no idea. Let me show you. All right, cool move, dude, but whatever, sure. Not with anybody. This dude got so fucking mad, that when he decided it was time to go, he like walked over, almost pushed this guy who really could have killed him, honestly.
Yeah.
3 times his size. And it's like, we're leaving. You're either coming with me or you're not. The fuck am I now, Dahmer? Get the fuck, I'm not dealing with this shit. You kidding me? No, thank you. And then for him to say, well, I thought we were having a nice night together. Bitch, you didn't even buy me a drink. Like, what? What
You
nice?
didn't get a drink out of it?
The dude who was dancing with me bought me a drink.
Jesus.
That's what
So
I'm
the
saying.
guy that drove you, he didn't even invite you there?
No, he wasn't even the reason why I was going there. It was one of the people that I worked with at a restaurant. Everybody was getting together. They pulled a group of people together. The guy who was driving, consequently, I was introduced to a few times prior to us going to this line dancing thing. It was the weirdest fucking exchange I've ever had, and he legitimately looked mad. And I was just like, what the fuck did you think was going to happen today?
I think your first mistake
Please.
was when he opened the door for you.
Yeah?
You should have said, nah, it's cool. You go ahead and go in. I got the door.
He was already opening the door. Everybody was in the car.
So once you accepted the door open,
No.
you've accepted a night of,
No.
this is our night.
No.
We're going to line dance together. I'm not going to buy you a drink because I'm going to be classy. And I'm going to show you a wild night. That's what you accepted.
A wild night of assumptions.
A wild
When
night
he
of
opened that door and you
no
walked through it,
purchasing
that was it.
anything.
That doesn't even make any sense.
He wasn't even dancing with her.
Yeah.
If they had been dancing together, maybe.
What was he doing? Just sitting on the
Sitting
sidelines
at one of
watching
the...
you?
Yeah, like...
God, that's creepy.
That's so creepy.
Thank you.
Watching her dance with other people while they buy her drinks. And
Maybe
then
he was
expecting
waiting
her
for
to
the
go
song
home.
to be over so he can come in and be like, all right, and then like grab your arm and like jump right in. Maybe he was waiting for his turn.
I'm gonna say that's probably not what was gonna happen, but needless to say, we did never...
Yikes.
Did he know there was line dancing? Maybe he was waiting for, okay.
That's very specific. No, I don't... You know what? It was so long ago, I really cannot recall. But I know that we all knew that there was dancing. So, I mean, I don't know about like all the specifics, but you know what specific was left
What's
out?
up?
That I wasn't on a date with him. That was one of those specifics. That was apparently...
But he knew that, or he didn't know that, but you knew that. So maybe the lines got mixed up somewhere. So it's, common issue that seems to happen amongst people.
Apparently.
So let's go ahead and close this episode out, though. So do you got anything for these last couple?
We're done?
Yeah, unless you got some more to say about it. We're getting to that time where we got to wrap it up.
Oh, geez. I mean, I guess when you assume it makes an ass out of you and me.
Is that a... I'm going to play that music for that, just one line.
100%. I want it right in that part right there.
Assume you're in a long-distance relationship, which may just be a pen pal relationship.
Yeah.
Clarification.
We
When
always
you
say
think
communication.
You're in a relationship, there needs to be some other ways that you can verify that you're actually in a relationship. Some people would know that by a kiss, second base, third base, fourth base.
Okay, none of that, what you just said, the whole thing was completely physical. Nothing about that was like actually saying like, hey, are we together in a relationship? No, if we have fucked and bumped, then we know because that is not even the climate that we live in anymore. So inaccurate all the way around. Don't listen to him. Communicate. Ask your partner if you guys are actually partners. Or, I don't know, give them a rice necklace with your name on it. And if they accept it, then I guess, that's like the old high school way, right? Shut up.
Okay.
You know that.
If he had given you a corsage Lego.
If he gave me a corsage, then I would be like, okay, this is odd. What do you think is happening here?
What is it? Oh.
No, I like the idea.
Past the time limit.
What? That's a time limit. What is wrong with that?
So,
because that's like
when you had mentioned someone giving you a corsage, you were like, oh, you thought outside the box.
No,
that's so hot.
No.
But this guy does it, it's like, that's weird. Let's see where this goes.
No, that's not what I said. I would, if he did that, if he went out of his way and made the effort to do that, that is something that I assume somebody would do on a date. So therefore, before I accepted that corsage or got in his fucking car, I'd be like, what do you think is happening here tonight? Just to be clear. And if he's like, well, I thought I was taking you on a date, then I'd have been like, okay. Take his flowers, I'd got in the car, and I would have stayed on that date. But don't like assume it's a date.
Okay.
And then unbeknownst to me, you're yelling at me in the middle of a club because you want to leave. I'm okay. Don't die.
I try not to.
Well. Don't assume.
Don't assume. I think that can really sum it up, to be honest, because we're talking. What?
Yeah, and
talking for
if
3 years.
This person really does have challenges with their mental health, right? Maybe they just need time from now and then to be on their own.
I feel like the person who's throwing out the mental health term might also have mental health.
Oh boy. Well, hopefully you got that, buddy. Let's take a look at yourself and get her some help as well. That's all the time that we have for today. Thanks, Tennessee.
Thank you.
CC. Is that going to be your closer from now on? All right, y'all. We'll catch y'all later.